Hello everybody, my name is Lily and welcome to today's video. If you're watching, then you are probably going to acen. Either that or you're curious what acen is. Acen, otherwise known as Anime Central, is a Midwestern anime convention that takes place in the Rosemont Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois every year around mid to late May. Fun fact, it also has a tendency to align with the nearby high school's graduation, so the kids graduating often come by during the very last weekend. It doesn't always match up perfectly, but sometimes you'll see the kids with their cap and gowns at the same time as you're wearing like a Sonic cosplay. It's really funny. But that's not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is to give you guys some helpful tips because I have been to acen before, once, but I still learned a lot and I have done so much preparation for this because I am in fact going. I have 2 cosplays ready to go. I'm working on a secret one for my boyfriend right here, but we're just gonna ignore that because it's a work in progress. I'm still trying to have to figure out how I'm gonna paint it, if I'm gonna spray paint it, get to decide. We are gonna talk about the before, the during, and then the after is pretty easy. Just make sure you have everything when you leave. The first thing is your transportation. This can mean getting to your hotel or getting to basically anywhere you need to go. I recommend Uber when you're going to and from each areas, but otherwise there's different trains you can take. Obviously there's airplanes. O'Hare's right next to Rosemont, so there are plenty of options there. You just need to do your own research. I personally will be staying with a friend and we're gonna just drive to and from because we're really close. That's my current plan. But otherwise there's the Hyatt Regency, which I believe is connected directly to acen. There's other hotels in the area, or if you want to go for a motel in Niles, I believe. Is it Niles? Yeah. Right across from the Tower of Niles, which is the version of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, there is a motel you can also stay at. So you have a couple different options for housing. And then from there, I'm going to recommend taking an Uber. It's just the safest way, but otherwise there are public transportation options besides that you can take. Next up, let's talk about what to pack. If you're not going to be able to go back to your house, which many of you are not, you're going to want to make sure you have at least 3 changes of clothes. This could be your cosplay stuff, or it could be normal clothing, but either way, 3 to 4. Maybe have an extra just in case something bad happens, because this is a weekend thing if you're going for all 3 days. It goes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you're just going for 1 or 2 days, obviously bring less clothing. That's pretty self-explanatory. Make sure you bring a really large water bottle as well. I believe you can bring one to the convention center. If you can't, I'm sorry, but according to at least what I remember, you can. I don't have it, it's somewhere over there, but I have a massive 64-ounce water bottle that I use, and that's good. You are gonna need a lot of water while you're at acen. So I recommend bringing an easy backpack you can carry, or a bag you can carry, or have someone else to carry it for you. Just if you're cosplaying, because you're gonna need to carry the water bottle. It's gonna be tiring on your arms all day, as well as when we'll talk about this later, but you want to pack light when you're actually at the convention center. You're also going to want to make sure you have your badge, your ID, and your wallet. Acen is going cashless this year. They also cashless last year, but this year they're actually advertising it, so don't expect many places to take cash. You're going to need a card for everything. If you don't have a card, get someone else who does have a card, or get one yourself. There's still about a week from when I'm making this video to get yourself a card and money so you can buy stuff, because acen is pricey, of course. It's an anime convention, especially if you want to meet somebody. That's a whole thing. We'll get to that later. But with food and transportation, you're gonna need your wallet, so don't forget that. As well as make sure you have any medication you're gonna need, any basic toiletries, the usual stuff you'd bring on a vacation. I would just say make sure you have your water bottle. You're gonna need a big water bottle and maybe like some snacks. As well as, let's get into the next one, which is your schedule. If you have not done it yet, the guidebook is now currently available. It's great. You can see all the different events happening on all 3 days. And here's how I recommend doing it. You're going to see some informationals coming up on the screen when I make them. They're obviously not ready yet. But what you're going to do is you're going to start off by just taking everything you see that you like from all 3 days and just putting them in your schedule. Just put them all in. Even if they clash with each other, just do it. From there, this is the fun part, you get to visualize it. You'll see it here. There'll be a whole bunch of times and then in different colors, different events. You're going to start off with your first version. You can go by day to day, do all 3 days in a row. You want your first version. It's going to be a mess. There's a lot of things you want to do. And you're going to slowly cut out the things you don't want. I recommend doing this on a whiteboard, but you could also do this digitally or on paper, just somewhere. And then from there, you're going to slowly start taking away the events you don't actually really want to go to, but more likely just sounded cool. So for me, there is one about medical information at acen. Like I think it's something about anime and like medicine. And that one sounded cool, but it interrupted with another event I want, so I axed it. So you're going to do that. Start axing things. Once you got some things axed, doesn't matter if it's still overlapping or not, remake it again and see how much more you need to axe. You're also going to want to, at this point, figure out which event you're going to need to get rid of to build in breaks. You're going to need breaks. You're going to need, at the very least, a lunch and a dinner break, or you can do 3 to 4 little breaks in between for little snacks. But you're going to need them. Because otherwise, you're going to have no time to eat, and you're going to be hangry, and it's not going to be fun, especially if you're not in the hotel itself. So do that. And eventually, after you continuously axe things, you'll eventually have a really nice, semi-full event, and you'll be fine. But make sure you just keep on axing. It'll eventually look really nice. It's an easy way to visualize exactly what you're doing throughout the day. Some events I recommend going to are the ones for specific fandoms. There's a whole bunch, especially within the first 2 days. There's a ton. There's Attack on Titan, there's Dr. Stone, there's Zelda, there's DC, and there's DC and Marvel happening at the exact same time, at the exact same flag. So if you want to go fight someone from the other side, I'm personally DC girly, so I guess if you want to fight me, I'll be there if you're Marvel. Don't actually fight anyone, guys. It's not allowed. Roughhousing is still not allowed at acen. Though, still shots where it looks like you're roughhousing are available for pictures. A little bit of the rules you might not know. That's your schedule. And if you are going to be cosplaying, make sure it's appropriate. Obviously, you can't, the usual things, no vulgarity, no overly sexual, keep it clean. There are children there, but also, in case you did not know, you have to wear some form of footwear. You cannot have foot pads. You can wear sandals, but yeah, you can't go barefoot and you can't wear foot pads. So if you did not know that, there you go. So you're planning, I don't know, I can't even think of a character that would require you to go barefoot. That's a no-go. And a little bit about weapons. No metal's allowed, no matter what, no matter if it's blunt or sharp, no metal. As well as if you are gonna get if you're gonna like a pew-pew, one, it has to not be realistic, it has to have an orange tip, and it has to not have any ammo loaded in it as well. Otherwise, as well as one last thing, if your cosplay hinders your ability to see in any way, any sort of mobility issues it will bring up, you're going to need someone else with you. If they call it a handler. If you don't have a handler, you'll be asked to take it off when you're basically in transit. You can still wear it, but if you have to walk to somewhere, you're going to need to take off your stuff. So you have a helmet that covers your face, and you don't have someone with you to help you with that, you're going to need to take it off. This is all on the acen website, by the way. I'm not just pulling stuff out of my butt. You can look at it yourself if you really need to. This is just a one-stop video. Let's talk about during. Acen opens up 10 a.m. every day. First day is Friday, and then ends at 5 p.m. Sunday. That's when the ending event happens. There might be something after that, I don't know, but according to at least what I know, that's the last day. That's when it's happening, that's when it ends. But otherwise, acen goes far into the night. You'll find events at like 1 a.m. the next day. Events go for a long time, so if you're a night owl, don't worry. But if you're like me and you don't really want to go to the night events, before you go in each day, make sure you have your water bottle. You need a big water bottle. You need a lot of water. Otherwise, you're going to be spending a lot of money on water bottles. It's going to suck. As well as, make sure you carbo load. Carbo load. Eat all of the carbs you can. I want you nomming on so much toast in the morning. If you're at a hotel and you have access to things like pancakes, eat every single pancake you can. You want all of the carbs you can. You need that long-term energy, especially if you want to skimp out on some of your meals. You need as many calories in you as you can. I know, I don't care if you're on a diet right now, you will walk it off. Acen is very walkable. It's a massive area. Okay, acen is big. Some convention centers are kind of small. Acen is not. Acen is massive. It takes up so much space. I didn't even explore it all last time I went. So you will be fine on your little diet. Just for the love of God, eat. I do not want to see anybody passing out or any ambulances coming. I will be so sad if I see that. So please eat. As well as, if you're gonna shop, which I plan to, shop on the last day. The reason why, people are more likely to offer discounts and lower prices. And 2, you don't want to carry it around all day. Do it on the last day, last couple hours, when people are way more likely to give you discounts. As well as, little tip, if you are a teacher, I recommend asking for a teacher discount, only in the main shopping area though, not in Artist Alley, that's just rude. But everywhere else, I recommend at least trying to ask for like an educator's discount. Last year when I went, it was a school trip, and my teacher would always ask for a teacher's discount, and he would occasionally get one. And sometimes it would be like 5% off, a lot of times it would be like 20% off. Like some people were really nice about it. So just always ask, but be respectful about it, and don't do that in the artist alley. Just don't haggle in the artist alley, people. If you're going to an artist alley, they put so much work into it. My favorite pieces are from an artist alley. Don't haggle though, okay? The prices are there for a reason. The artist is probably already underselling themselves, okay? Okay. Food. There's a food cart. It sucks. It's going to be busy 24/7. The food's not that good. Sorry. I know some people probably think it's good. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that worth it. It is overpriced, it is overcrowded, and you are unlikely to ever find a seat. My advice, carpool load, eat beforehand, and leave the convention center. There are so many places right nearby, I think even one in the convention center you can go to. Just do that. It will work out so much better than eating in that little food hall. Like, Acen is so nice, but the food hall is dinky. That's like the only way I can use to describe it, is dinky. People sit on the floor, there's just not that many options. They do have some good stuff, I will admit. Like, there's a really nice dessert area, if I remember correctly, but the lines are just so long, and the food is just, it's the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum for con food. So I really recommend carb loading and eating out, but of course you can do whatever you want. I'm sure some of the food there is delicious. I'm a picky eater, so if you're a picky eater like me, you want to do what I do, because they do not have a lot of foods that are really safe for like autistic people with sensory issues, which is sad, but it is how it is. Parking. There's a whole bunch of different parking lots you can go to. The one I plan to use is $15 a day, but it's no re-entry. So please pay attention to that, because you don't want to accidentally pay twice if you want to use your car. Otherwise, I recommend just Ubering if it's cheaper, because most places will not allow re-entry if you're driving. That's only if you're driving though. Little bit thing about other people cosplaying. I will be cosplaying. You're welcome to come to me and say hi. I will have bought cosplays, but one of the accessories, which is wings, are handmade, and I'd be more than happy to talk with you guys about that. But please remember to be respectful to cosplayers if you're not cosplaying yourself. You don't want to act like come off as rude or too pushy. Remember that no one owes you a photo. Even if it's your favorite character, nobody owes you a photo. If they are busy, if you're respectful, you might see them later, but there will probably be someone else with that exact same cosplay later, so you will be fine. Please be respectful though to everybody. Another thing I'm going to get into is the autographing. They will of course have so many guests. They will have international and local, and like from the US. International is, I believe, reservation only, and that is through the guidebooks. If you want to see someone internationally, you have to go through that. Otherwise, anybody that's here in the US will be in like the main con hall. Here's the thing, guys. The lines are not super long. If you've never been to a con before, at least at Acen, you have to pay for the autographs, and they're typically really pricey. When I went to go see Lex Lang last year, it was $50 for the very base minimum. Of course, no offense to Lex Lang, he does incredible work, I understand, but like, I had no idea it was going to be that expensive, and honest to God, I just wanted to say hi. But I paid for it anyway. So if you're really interested in it, just know that you're going to be waiting a long time depending on who it is, and it's probably going to be pricey, and you're only going to get like a minute or two at most with this person. So please keep that in mind. I know you guys probably want to meet your heroes, but just so you guys know, it will be pricey, and there will be very, very long lines. So keep that in mind, and be prepared to spend a lot of money if you want like a photo. And once again, maybe Lex Lang was just like really expensive because he's awesome, and other people are not as expensive, but I would just expect it to be expensive, because I don't think they post the prices anywhere before that. It's just kind of walk up there, okay, $100 for an autograph, ooh, or $200 for a photo. It is a little bit scummy in my opinion, but maybe there is information, I just missed it. If so, I'm sorry for saying it's scummy. Either way though, it's Ebo. I'm not saying it's scummy they're charging prices, I'm saying it's scummy that they don't have it posted somewhere before you get in the line, because I'm pretty sure each person's different. But once again, if they do have the information, I'm sorry for saying that. I'm just not this, maybe I'm just dumb, and I'm still pretty new to con experiences. Buddy system. If you're gonna go alone, please be careful, bring pepper spray. I know it's Rosemont and Illinois and the suburbs, and you're probably gonna be fine, but just in case you're into someone creepy. Otherwise, especially if you're a female, sorry guys, gotta say it, buddy system. I will have my boyfriend there with me. He's gonna be my guard dog. I lied, I'm gonna be his guard dog, and he's gonna pretend like he's guard dogging me. That's how that one's gonna work. But either way, buddy system. Be in numbers, be in a group, don't go off alone. People are creepy at cons, it does happen, harassment does happen. While Acen's very good at protecting you, you still gotta be careful, especially at nighttime, guys. I have my pepper spray, I will have it with me probably, or I'll have with Aiden so he can pretend like he's protecting me even though I'm secretly just protecting him. You'll know how it goes. If you're over 21, of course, be careful with your alcohol tolerance. You do not want to get kicked out of the con for doing something stupid while you're drunk. So please be careful. I will not be doing that. I'm underage in terms of alcohol, so I will not be partaking in that. And of course, same rules apply to most of the state and most of the US. If you give someone who's underage alcohol, you will probably get in big trouble, get kicked out of the con. So be smart with your alcohol. It's fun, you want to party, I get it, but please be safe. Safety is first, and again, not getting kicked out of the con is also pretty important, guys. So remember your alcohol tolerance. Okay, my last thing is pack lightly every day. You're not going to need a lot. You're probably going to want a cosplay repair kit, water, some snacks, the basics, but don't bring a lot. Otherwise, you'll be carrying around a heavy bag all day, and it will not be fun. So pack lightly, but make sure you still have a bag just in case like a shop is only there for one day or an artist is only there for one day and you really want to get something. Make sure you have it available to you. I'm going to have a big backpack with me. I'm probably going to make my partner carry. But otherwise, I would leave it mostly empty. And make sure you get there early, of course, to pick up your badges. I had mine mailed to me. Here it is. It looks awesome. I love it. It's adorable. I love the artwork. Oh yeah, I went for mailing. That's pretty good. I guess 2 more things came up to me right now. Is the soap bubble and the dance. There is a formal like prom dance going on that is actually formal wear, like required. It's not like a fun little thing. It is like genuinely like a prom, and they will kick you out. As well as if you're going to go to an 18+ event, you have to get 18+ wristbands, otherwise they will not let you in. You have to show them your ID, they'll give you the wristbands, all good. But you do have to get that if you want to get into any of the 18+ events. If you're not 18, you're not getting in. Sorry guys, it's not appropriate. It's a no for me. As well as there's also the soap bubble happening, I believe, on the first day. And that's like the big rave of acen. That's on Friday to Saturday. I believe it's 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. and it might be Saturday it's happening, but I don't think so. I think it is a Friday to Saturday thing, so it's kind of like the main 2 days because Sunday is the ending day. So if you want to go to that, though, I don't think that has a special dress code. Just kind of show up. It's going to be fun. I don't know if I'm going to go. I've never really been like a rave person. I'm like a near the music, not in the music kind of person, but it should be fun. Just remember, guys, to be safe. And of course, when you are leaving, triple check everything. You don't want to lose everything, especially from out of town. It's going to be horrible. You might lose something. So please keep track of your belongings at all times. Have a checklist if you have to. I'm going to have a checklist. I'm going to make sure I lose absolutely nothing. You probably will lose something. Let's hope it's not something important. I remember last year at acen, I did find like a random stuffed animal on the ground. I don't know how it got there, but it was there. And I would like to say beforehand, though, that I did just kind of leave it for at least a couple hours. Typically, when I find random items on the ground that look like they might belong to someone, I leave it. And then if I come back and it's still there, then I take it. So I did end up taking it, by the way, because, I mean, I don't know what Lost and Found's gonna do about a random stuffed animal. I doubt. Anyway, it was probably something bought in the con, too, so they couldn't really prove it, whoever had it anyway. So, but if you did lose stuffed animal last year and it's an octopus, I'm very sorry for your loss. But I would like to say I did wait multiple hours before taking it. So, like, you had your chance. I did wait a fair amount of time, and once again, I feel like even if I had taken it to Lost and Found someone, it would have just faked it anyway, because there was not any identifying features. And trust me, I tried looking. I even tried asking around a little bit, like, hey, is this yours? Is this yours? And I got a bunch of no's. So I did do what I could before I eventually took it, because I was like, okay, it's a free stuffed animal. I ended up getting it to my partner. But, like, also don't steal, guys. That was not stealing. It was, I kind of call it scavenging, because once again, I did do my hardest to try and find it, but don't bet on that happening. Please do your best to return things to people if you are able to figure out who belongs to or have some sort of way to reasonably identify who it would potentially belong to. And of course, if it's like a really personal item like keys or a wallet that you find, please give to Lost and Found. Don't actually take those. That's just mean, guys. Remember to be safe, have fun, and I will see everybody at acen, and I will see you all in the next video where I'm hopefully have my cosplays on. Okay, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I can't wait to see you guys all there. I will see you guys all next time. Please remember to like, subscribe. I have a link tree in my bio now, and I'm also starting up an Etsy shop. As of recording right now, it's not ready, but it will be ready, and it'll be fun, productive printables, and I'll get into that in another video. Not important right now. Okay. I'll see you guys at acen. Bye!